Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. All right, everyone, first of all, Happy New Year. It is a brand new year. 2020 is behind us. We're now in 2021. It's time to get serious about some stuff. First of all, I just wanted to point out my hair. These were the colors that you guys picked. You picked blue and purple when I lost 5 pounds. And I put them in a way that they kind of mesh a little bit too much together. And there's a random spot that came out a little pink. Don't know why. There's no pink involved. It was literally lightened my hair completely. Put purple and blue, and then of course my black chunk. And it came out like this. I'm liking it, so thank you guys for picking it. But yeah, so anyway, it's a new year, and I wanted to talk about some things. First of all, this last year, I don't think it was easy for anybody. Not a single person had an easy go of it this last year. Also, real quick, my roommate is obsessed right now with all these dolls. These are the Rainbow High dolls. I don't know. There's dolls everywhere. Everywhere. I'm not even going to show you the rest of the place, but yeah. So they're in the background of everything now. But anyway, this past year, as I look back, I see a lot of moments that I'm super proud of myself. I see a lot of moments where I'm not so proud of myself. Successes, failures, everything in between. But I see a lot of hardships. I see a lot of good things. All of it wrapped up created a very crazy, unique year that I don't think anybody will forget for a very, very long time. Not that, pandemic and all that stuff is over by any means, but I think the new year is a great time to look back and decide what we want to do from here. Do we want to stick in that mindset that the previous year has put us in? And I don't. I think it's time to move on mentally and stop accepting what life throws at us as, we just got to roll over and take it. It's time to, remember our goals, focus on them. And that's bringing me into my next topic of, I'm picking my word of the year. If you guys remember, last year's word of the year was choice. And if you don't know word of the year, basically you pick a word that you want to represent your year. You want it to have a lot of meaning. You want to focus on it and remember it throughout the year. I picked choice. And it definitely came in handy a lot, having that reminder, because there were a lot of times that I made some amazing choices and sometimes that I didn't. But I was able to accept that I made that choice. And ultimately, you guys know me, I think everything in our lives comes down to a choice. And we have to own what we do. And so this year, my word is dedication. I really feel like it's time to be hardcore dedicated. You'd think after like a year and a half on YouTube that I would have been pretty fully dedicated over the time. And I was, and I am, but I would lose that very often. And I would lose focus of my goals, lose focus of my whys. And so being dedicated will help me with that. So I'm going to remember that and hold that true and apply it this upcoming year. Especially, I plan on really, really having some major successes this year. I have a lot of goals, whether it's weight or life in general, that I want to start working towards. I know a lot of people I've been seeing on social media saying, guys, don't declare 2021 your year. Don't make anything crazy. Let's ease on into it. And I'm sorry, but my feeling is to F that. I have learned from this past year, from the past 35 years that I've been alive, that I can deal with some stuff. I can survive some stuff. I've dealt with, being obese most of my life. I've dealt with depression and suicidal tendencies. I've dealt with anxiety. I've dealt with financial issues. I've dealt with all sorts of things my entire life. But here I am, and I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still punching. I'm still surviving. And now I want to be dedicated to do more than survive. I want to live. I want to be successful. There are numerous things in my life that I'm not happy about, that I don't love, that I don't enjoy. And most of those things I can control. I can work towards bettering. One of them, obviously, the focus of this channel is weight loss and getting healthy. So more so than just weight loss, fat loss, getting healthy, that type of stuff. So with that one thing, two things. One, just because I keep forgetting to go into details about it, and then I'm going to show you my board. So the first thing is accountability posts. I've mentioned it briefly, but I wanted to actually go into detail on what an accountability post is. In my Facebook group, and a lot of people have started doing them, and I am loving that it seems to help them, and it helps me a lot. Basically, you create a post. I just say my accountability post. Post it on the group. And then every day you comment, and you can do it for as long as you want. 90 days, a week, the whole year, it doesn't matter. But you comment and you're checking in with everybody else on what you've done. I will do my best to make sure that I'm able to check in and comment and encourage and cheerlead and just, make sure you're doing it in underneath each post. But so basically, you make your post, and then in a comment, say, today. I typically have been doing it twice, but you can do it once, just at the end of the day, just wrap it up and just say, whether you met your whatever goals you have. For me, it's mainly exercise and nutrition. And sometimes it can be as simple as I met my goals today. It could be as simple as I didn't meet my goals today. It can be more detailed. It can be like, all right, I hit exactly the number of calories I wanted, or points, or macros, or whatever you're focusing on. I hit the exact number one. I did all of these workouts, and list the workouts if you want to. Whatever you want to do, however much you want to give, feel free. And I think that is super helpful, because we're not hating if you don't succeed. We're not saying, oh my God, you suck. We're not insulting you. We're encouraging. And sometimes just knowing that we have that support, that somebody that I'm reporting to. I mean, that is what's helped me, again, on this channel, is by having that, you guys, as my accountability has helped a lot. Sometimes you need it a little bit more. You need it a little bit more daily. So I think checking in daily has been helpful for me this week specifically, and from the people that have already started doing it, it's been super helpful. So my Facebook group, link in the description, or, it'll pop up on my end screen. Go to that. All right. So I wanted to move on to I used to call them a motivation board. Maybe I'll call it a dedication board. Either way, it's a dream board. It's a goal board, whatever you want to call it. But I've got all of this on here. So first of all, I don't know how well you guys can read because it's probably backwards, but I listed what my starting weight is. It's been a long time since I've really remembered my starting weight. I've just been saying, this is what I weigh, so I lost this much this week, or I gained this much, or I didn't change, or whatever. So remembering, I started at 376.8 pounds. And then underneath that, I have my goal weight, which is 200 pounds. Underneath that, I have my current weight. This is from last Sunday. Obviously, I know because I stepped on the scale. It's different in a good way. But as of last week, I was 304.6. Can I read these numbers backwards? So pounds to go, 104.6 pounds to go. And then pounds off so far, 72.2 pounds. So that is just keeping track there. It's again, and I'm taking in my room again. I had it in a closet for a long time. Put it back up in my room, in my face, and me updating this every week will help remind me also, as well as doing these videos. On the side here, I listed my whys. I'm going to have to turn it around. So I listed the basics that you guys know about. Back pain, heavy breathing. And then there was some more that I added on. One I mentioned before, more clothing options, obviously. But confidence. I want to look better, and I want to prove that I can, and help my self-esteem. Now, I'm not saying that self-esteem needs to come from being skinny, being healthier, but of me taking on this challenge, being dedicated to this challenge of getting healthy, proving that I can. That will help my self-esteem a ton. Just being like, this is something I accomplished. I admit there's a lot in my life where I have felt like I don't succeed at hardly anything. And so having this as a challenge to myself that is so rewarding for so many reasons, another reason will be self-esteem and more confidence in myself. And yeah, so that's something that I started realizing, and I never wanted to put, that on there because I didn't understand how it could be other than self-esteem can't just come from being skinny. One, that is a factor. When you look better, you are going to have a little bit more self-esteem. But just knowing that I've accomplished my goal would be fantastic. Will be fantastic. Already is fantastic. My self-esteem has improved a ton since the get-go. Since where I started. So anyway, underneath the goals, I have my 2 goals. And these are back. So, last year it said Dragon Con, and that didn't happen. This year it says Dogwoods. So I did all of the math, and so my goal weight for Dogwoods is 249.1. And if you guys don't remember, it's a campsite that I'm going to with friends, and it's part of an organization that we're doing, and it's a clothing optional place. Not that I'm going to be running around naked all the time, but if you do, or at the very least shirtless or something because you're going to be swimming or whatever, that's, I'd want to look better for that. So my goal weight for that is 249.1. That is with an average of losing 1.5 pounds a week by the time it gets here. This is in September. I should have added the date, and I probably still will. So I have 55.5 pounds to go until then, which when you do the math and when you think about it and when you work hard, it is totally and completely doable. 55 pounds, that's 1.5 pounds a week. Completely doable. All right, and then my next mini goal, I started those back. So here, my mini goal is 5 more pounds. And so when I reach 299.6, that'll be my 5-pound goal. And then I have rewards listed down here. And so these might seem weird to you guys, but I put socks, shirts, jeans, a do-nothing guilt-free day, underwear, boots, and shoes as rewards for myself for meeting these goals. And I'm going to use them every 5 pound that I go. And I'm going to have more thrown in, but at least for now, that is what's on there. So I think that is super helpful, seeing this in my room. And I do have a picture of me the last time I lost weight. And that was like 8 years ago because that was when my nephew was born. So having that hanging up as a reminder of what I want to get to is super helpful to me anyway. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's and make a great day. And I just noticed that it is snowing outside. Finally, we had rain and sleet all night and all morning. I might have to go play. I doubt it's going to accumulate to anything because I literally took out the trash in what I'm wearing, which is a shirt and shorts. So if I was comfortable in that, I doubt that's going to stick, but it's pretty. All right. Either way, thank you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.